Mhm. सात मैच तो हो गए ना। प्रमोट दो। यूएस में भी बैग ना, नॉट श्योर बट कर सकती है बैग यूएस को। बढ़ सकती है बात इसकी। Fixers. Day 3 यार 3 दिन चलूगा ना, 3 दिन च खत्म हो जाएगा। PNC 2.5 बजे चलूगा। कौन जित रहा? आ जाओ VC, VC बैठे हैं, करते हैं फिर कौन जितदा वा। कोरिया वाला टॉप ते आ, सैकंड ते USA, थर्ड आ गए आ अपने नॉर्वे वाले। ਹੋਰ ਰਾਜ ਭਾਜੀ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ? ਕੀ ਖੇਡਦੇ ਨੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਫੂਕ ਨਿਕਲ ਗਈ, ਸਹੀ ਆ। UK Milita.
I do not, so I hope someone does. We'll show you how easy it is to win PNC. I mean, you know what?
They're not wrong.
They're not wrong. I mean, James is normally the guy who's gonna go out there and run his mouth, but he's usually right.
Yeah. The thing is, like, I think if you're gonna be that guy, like, you have to back it up, and he is backing it up. Like, at least as an individual, he is definitely backing it up. I mean, last game, really popping off as well. Probably still at the top of the kill leaderboard. Kickstart might have even fallen off. Give it a quick refresh. Yeah, James is up there. 17 kills now, so he is head and shoulders above the rest.
We are going to make our country proud. You know, they already have. I'm just going to say it. They already have. Doesn't matter how they perform. Everybody should be proud that, you know, you have players from your home country representing your country here. So be proud already, my friends. Silzen is, like, he's one of those players who doesn't get talked about a lot because his teams, you know, sometimes they finish pretty well, like last year in PNC, but he wasn't there. You know, he doesn't miss a lot of international events, though. He's just, like, consistently getting to lands. I think Silzen has missed, like, 1 or 2 lands, like, ever. Like, he's just crazy consistent.
Right.
So, like, there's a lot of really, really good players in on well last year in PNC. This year hasn't been the year they wanted, but still, in my opinion, a lot to be proud of.
Australia just taking Chinky Hill, which has allowed a couple of extra teams to rotate their way down south. One other thing I think is quite good to mention at this point is it looks like Brazil are going to be going for an emergency parachute again. Maybe just one of them, potentially, the rest driving. But they did pick that up early in the last game as well, so had a bit of success with it. Hamas in that drop.
China looking to get close to Pachinki. See if they can work their way through. Australia already left their home ground because with where the center of the circle currently is, just trying to get as close as possible that they can. So they opted to go to the compounds or the hills that are just to the south. There was a crate drop over there as well, so they might have been able to pick that up, get some of that level here. Oh, that was LFP. Just blinked and he died.
Should have taken that emergency parachute instead.
Yep.
Which they called and then decided not to use by the looks of things.
This has got to feel a little good for the UK, getting a little revenge for the team that kind of threw things awry for them in the previous match, right?
Yeah. Well, every point's going to matter right now for UK, so if they could get another one here onto Quizera,
who got a bunch of the tires.
Is doing his best Beyblade impression. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to grab it. Oh, actually, never mind. I've spoken too soon. He's up the creek without a paddle. And the creek is not full of very nice stuff, I'll tell you that. Vard, one more point on the board for UK. Is this their game? Where they can start to rise up a little bit.
That's about as good as it gets for starts.
For sure.
Really good shooting. We didn't get to see it from our angle, but no matter what, that was DMRs that were being shot at those tires, so that's really clean. It's not easy to hit tires with a DMR. from that distance when they're just driving kind of at a 90-degree angle to you there. So not exactly sure what it looked like, though, from the other player's perspective. Still, regardless, very, very nice stuff. USA has themselves set up in Gatka, so this is a very Sonics, flavored play here. Because this is where the Sonics often are finding themselves at international events these days, as 17 Gaming claims the Pachinki Picado battle. But they're very comfortable to play on this Western Edge. They're going to understand that terrain. Which player do you want to meet? Shrimzy, because I miss him.
Shrimzy wanted to meet Sol, and now Sol wants to meet Shrimzy. It's a bit of a bromance.
I like that. I have a bromance for both of them, too, so.
I feel like you have a bromance for everybody.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
Walking around, it's like, hey, baby thing.
Yeah, I do like most people, surprisingly.
You like most people like you.
Works out well that way.
Happy days.
Yeah. And, it's just easy. Like, the guys are great, so it's just a lot of fun to just go and talk about stuff and catch up with people I haven't seen in a while. Timing.
No!
The timing! I mean, Emhawk gets knocked because he took a bunch of damage when he got out of the vehicle while still moving, but I thought Lunlun had him dead to rights there.
Yeah, I mean, that's about as good as you can really ask for Japan. Should be able to get this revive, though. Nade in from Tsenan. Ooh, it's not quite going to go deep enough, that first one. I'm not sure.
Body block, bro.
Yeah, I don't know why he's doing that.
Ooh. Well, I think Emhawk's idea there is like, well, look, I'm probably dead anyway if they commit to this.
Yeah.
So if I push a little bit further forward, maybe I can keep us alive. But, you can see the wagons were attempting to be circled there by Chinese Taipei. But Japan has been able to get some of their reinforcements in here as well. And these two teams just seem fated to fight. This is the one game that Japan won, was against Chinese Taipei in the end.
What about this nade?
This is dangerous. That looks good. Oh, it's just in the middle. Puts about 3 players down to half HP, and Japan's like, okay, we're good. We've done it. Let's get out of here. But Leo's so clean. Is he going to find another? Finds the headshot. Run AX on very low HP. It's going to take one more shot, and Leo's got another. Fantastic work from the longtime veteran of Chinese Taipei.
Yeah, just stuck around a little bit too long. And that nade softened him up enough that as soon as you saw them all get into that one vehicle, I thought, it ain't looking good. Kane as well in the shack. I don't know if he's going to get out of there alive. Anyway, big problems coming for Chinese Taipei right now as Vietnam have rocked up and Thailand are crossing the bridge as well. The Chinese Taipei kind of have to turn things around and be quite aware of their surroundings. Himas is set up nicely. Taikon as well. Are they aware of Vietnam's positioning? I don't think they are.
I think they suspect that there's one who's danger close. I don't know if they know there's 2. But the longer this goes, the more you have to kind of anticipate that there's potentially more than one player here. Himas is just doing his little crab dance. Try to keep his movement from making any noise with the sound. And will slowly make his way up and catches a player out in the open. Leo thinks it's safe. It is definitely not. That's one down there after such a great double kill he had onto Japan. Now he's paying the price. Run AX dying as well down by the bridge. It's a hard shift down towards that bridge for everybody to deal with here. So towards the Skinny Tree Forest.
Oh, Vietnam definitely getting stuck into it. So is Thailand. And as expected, Chinese Taipei caught in the middle of it. And they had their little 15 minutes of fame and success against Japan. But it's not going to last much longer. Xavier will definitely have to live up to his name and try and save this game for Chinese Taipei solo.
Everybody's so keen to try to find these points on the edges. As soon as a fight kicks off, there's like 3 other teams that are like just chomping at the bit to try to see if they can get involved, get some points for themselves. And it worked so well for Thailand in the previous game, and it's working well again as they're finding quite a few points, picking up the scraps off of some of these fights. And for Vietnam, you'll take this. You've gotten yourself a kill. You've gotten yourself control of the 6-pack. Sparking. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. And he's going to be mowed down by Turkey.
Australia well set up to take some pot shots at these rotates. Korea being one of those teams that's on their way past. Doesn't look like there's too many connections just yet. Can't see any in the kill feed. And with Chinese Taipei eventually that do fall. And it's at the hands of Vietnam in the end.
This is going to be tough, though, in a way, because Germany's so spread out. So Korea pulls up, gets a read on the Kraken. They're going to just cover with fire from Anonix and just get the finish with a drive up by the other three members. That's Brazil eliminated very early in this match, and they continues to slide in the wrong direction from the Brazilian squad. Godby on the drive-by. Godby not really able to connect as much as he'd like. Aikslef going to take a crack at it. Teddy down to 1 HP, still alive somehow.
Oh, Aikslef might be in a bit of trouble here. He's just copped up a couple of shots from the rest of Indonesia. Simoy will find that knock, and that is going to be China again. Down a member, Simoy. Scared of trying to get that finish. I'd be surprised, though, if Aikslef survives here. And indeed, we finished off, so China left scrambling again, and it feels like this is every game for China. It feels like I'm watching the same game. They're just driving around, trying to figure out where they can end up going, and then running into a bit of a mess, and there's nowhere safe to set up.
Yeah, it's always the same song, just in a slightly different key, it feels like. You know, like there's always just a little bit of a different form of disaster they find themselves in. Next, speaking of disaster, Australia loses their IGL and superstar Tiggleton very early. That's a painful loss after a solid start to the day for Team Australia. Still 3 players up, though. Still a lot they can do. Plenty of tremendous fragging potential in that Australian squad. And see if UK can maybe find this edge position they've got, find a little bit more value in this game than they have so far throughout this entire tournament.
Yeah, Vex just being able to kind of sneak up on Australia there, surprising them somehow. And again, watching that same old setup for China, which is just drive around, hope for the best, come in late. Hasn't really been favoring them at all in the event so far, and being down a player to start off this game as well is unlikely to help out. Simoy will get knocked, and this rotate from Indonesia's looking a little bit cursed. Germany back into the points club for game 2. They missed out in game 1.
Even the poor US didn't like that. Explodes in the end. And Germany trying to fan out, trying to control their edge as best as they can. USA, potentially China, going to be getting involved. Korea going to be setting themselves up on the edge, trying to punish the teams that are getting their setups in this field. Argentina going to take a crack at it, and damage done, but nothing super significant until there. DraftKing, that P90, back himself up, has taken quite a bit. Emic as well going to get knocked. It's actually, who else? Thailand today. They've got 2 knocks. They've got them all. A little bit of help from Korea, but just a firing line for Thailand again.
Yeah, Argentina did a magic trick. 1 second they're there, the next they've disappeared.
Oof.
Not sure that that's going to be one they want to be doing anymore. Wow.
Argentina? Yeah.
Who?
I don't know, they're gone.
They're gone. They're gone in front of my eyes.
Yeah. If I can't see them with my eyes, then that means they don't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like peekaboo, right?
Have a look at this setup from Turkey. Portable shield. Set up next to the cars, keeping a little bit safer.
Put a blanket on there. Got yourself a nice pillow for it.
Yeah. Kind of fun.
राइज किधर गया है ठीक है
Turkish car meet.
ऑफलाइन हो गया ना
Yeah. Always up on the northwest side.
मोबाइल तो ऐसी मोबाइल तो
Like, look where Snakers is. He is way on the outside of this
अब आया नहीं
formation.
सारी
That could
आ दिया टीम
get
ने
off guard.
Oh.
There might be an opportunity, especially with that damage done.
देख तुझी नाल दे तो किने कवर दे रहे
It's kind of collapses this crescent they've set up around Norway. I don't know. We'll see. But for
ਉਹਨਾਂ
now,
ਨੇ
it seems
ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ
like
ਉੱਪਰ ਹੀ ਆ
USA
ਵੀ
is
ਸਾਡੇ
happy to
ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਮਾਰਨ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ
find their
ਆਉਂਦਾ
feet and turn around and
ਚੱਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿੱਤਾ
keep
ਉਹਨਾਂ
other
ਨੇ
teams from taking their position. China, though, I don't know, Jordan. I mean, they've got
ਅਮਰੀਕਾ
the
ਦੇ
thing is,
4
it's
ਆ
trying to stay
ਆਸਟ੍ਰੇਲੀਆ
for
ਦੇ
at least
3
another
ਰਹਿ ਗਏ
circle,
Yep.
you would think, because they've got high ground, they've got
ਉਹ
some
ਵੀ
trees
4
up
ਨੇ
there, they've got
ਕੋਰੀ
cover.
ਵਾਲੇ ਵੀ
When I say that and someone gets knocked, I am.
ਆ ਕਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਟੀਮਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਅੜਨਾ ਹੁਣ
It's
ਜਾ
just
ਕੇ
like they can do no right.
ਥਾਈਲੈਂਡ ਵਾਲੇ ਵਧੀਆ ਖੇਡੀ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਚੀਨ ਵਾਲੇ ਤਾਂ ਫੇਰ ਗਏ ਚੀਨ ਵਾਲੇ ਵਿਚਾਰੇ ਤਾਂ 16ਵੇਂ ਨੰਬਰ ਤੇ ਆ
Very nearly getting finished off right here. He's lucky to be alive.
ਕਿੰਨੇ ਕੋਲ ਮਰ ਜਾਂਦਾ
Like Germany's quite going to be able to find that flush. Cover of smokes, cover of the vehicle. Keep him alive. But man, it is tough going for China. They've only just passed the double digits.
ਮਿੱਕਾ
I mean, I'm just flabbergasted. It's crazy to see them struggle this much.
Yeah.
And in a spot like that where, you know, Xiao Wu should,
ਹੈ
I would think, have an understanding of
ਚੱਕਿਆ ਤਾਂ ਹੈਗਾ
what angles are dangerous from that position.
ਸਰ ਸਮਾਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਚੱਕਿਆ 2
Almost
ਨੇੜ
got flushed.
ਹੈਲਥਾਂ ਕਿੰਨੀਆਂ
And,
ਸਭ ਕੁਝ
and it cost them a vehicle basically to save.
ਇਹ ਜਾਣੇ ਜ਼ੋਨ
because
ਚ ਆਉਣਾ ਕੋਰੀਆ ਜ਼ੋਨ ਚ ਬੈਠੀ ਆ
that car, that coupe, got
ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਨੇ
lit
ਜ਼ੋਨ
up.
ਚ ਆਉਣਾ
Now the circle's going to shift
ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ
away
ਨੇ
from them to make it even harder. They have to
ਨਾਰਵੇ
go
ਨੇ
through a lot of open
ਜਰਮਨੀ
field.
ਚੀਨ
And
ਤੁਰਪੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਥਾਈਲੈਂਡ ਵਾਲੇ ਥਾਈਲੈਂਡ ਜ਼ੋਨ ਚ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਉਧਰ ਵੀਤਨਾਮ ਵਾਲੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਆ ਆਹ ਵੀ ਖਤਰਨਾਕ ਨੇ ਇਹ
I
ਅੱਡ
think
ਅੱਡ
you'd like
ਬੈਠੇ
to
ਆ
be the last team to this party. Anytime you're in a field like this, I think
ਕਿੱਦਾਂ?
you're much better off just being the last team on
ਪਿਛਲਾ
that
ਪਹਿਲਾ
edge.
ਮੈਚ ਥਾਈਲੈਂਡ ਜਿੱਤ ਗਿਆ ਜੀ ਹਾਂ ਪਿਛਲਾ
You need as little angle as angles
6
as
ਕੱਲ 6
possible
ਅੱਜ 6 ਕੱਲ ਹੁਣ 18 ਮੈਚ
when you get to those flat openings.
ਸੱਤਵਾਂ ਮੈਚ ਆ ਅੱਜ 8ਵਾਂ ਮੈਚ 8ਵਾਂ ਮੈਚ ਟੋਟਲ ਰੋਜ਼ 6 ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ
The USA, surely it's going to pop off in a second. Texas has gotten the knock on
ਨਹੀਂ
the
8ਵਾਂ ਟੋਟਲ
Speaking of which,
18
by
ਮੈਚ
the way,
ਹੋਣੇ ਕੱਲ
China,
6 ਹੋਣ
they are not
ਬਾਈ
playing
ਟੌਪ
this
ਤੇ
one
ਕੋਈ
slow
ਜਿੱਤ
at all. They
ਜਾਣਗੇ
decided to go early.
ਬਸ
And they may be
16
running
ਟੀਮਾਂ ਜਾਣਾ
into the
16 ਦੇ ਹੀ ਆ
same
ਬਸ
kind of crossfire that Argentina
ਉਹ ਬੜ ਗਏ
were.
ਬੱਚ
Oh, there's a shelter here.
But they've got their little cubby hole.
This is an egg slap special. He loves
ਪਤਾ
those.
ਸੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਪੈਣਗੀਆਂ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਵਾਲੇ ਯੂਕੇ ਵਾਲੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ
UK on the move as well.
ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪੈ
This is
ਸਕਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ
pretty rough.
ਲੈ ਗਿਆ ਇੱਕ
On the
ਤਾਂ
run for sure. Taekwondo
England
gonna
ਗਈ
take Tex out through the vehicle.
ਇਹ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਲੈ ਗਿਆ
The rest of UK getting past okay for the moment. The kill confirmation will go the way of close. Michael's run himself
ਮਾਈਕਲ ਤਾਂ
over.
ਗਿਆ ਯੂਕੇ ਕੋਲੇ ਰਹਿ ਗਏ 2 ਬੰਦੇ
It's not gone well for UK. Out of the frying pan, into the fire. Burnt like a crisp.
ਹੁਣ ਫਿਰ ਕੋਰੀਆ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਦਾ ਡਾਊਨ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ ਇੱਕ ਬਚ ਗਿਆ
UK team
ਥਾਈਲੈਂਡ 5 ਸਕੋਰ ਕਰੀ ਫਿਰਦੇ ਆ
overcooked for sure so far this
3
event.
2
They're gonna
5 ਟੀਮਾਂ ਉੱਡ ਗਈਆਂ ਪੂਰੀਆਂ
try
ਪੂਰੀਆਂ
to find some level of safety with just a buggy in a US.
Germany.
Luki watching
ਫਿਰ ਬਾਹਰ ਨਹੀਂ
Germany
ਰਿਹਾ ਗੋਲੀ ਅਜੇ
cut through the firing lines of Korea. United States as well as peeled off of their fight with Norway.
Well, ਅਮਰੀਕਾ
Content
ਵੀ
to let
ਆਉਂਦੀ ਆ
Australia
ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਇੱਥੇ
deal with
ਖੜੂ
them.
ਟੋਏ ਜੇ
It's an opening
ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਨੂੰ ਚੀਨ ਵਾਲੇ ਤੰਗ ਕਰਨਗੇ
shot.
ਅੱਜ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ
Has to
ਚੀਨ ਵਾਲੇ
worry
ਕੋਲ
about
ਖਬਰਾਂ
the
ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਵਾਲੇ
German
ਓਪਨ
team
ਚ ਆ ਖੜ
crashing
ਗਏ
in onto the other side of the warehouse.
ਚੀਨ
More
ਦਾ
time
ਉਹਨੂੰ
you
ਪਤਾ
can
ਨਹੀਂ
buy
ਹੋਣਾ
here. I
ਉਹ
just
ਟੋਏ ਚ
saw
ਬੜੇ ਵੇ ਆ
Shinboy there with the DBS in hand as
ਹਾਂ
well.
ਕੈਨੇਡਾ
It's
ਵਾਲੇ
not
ਬੈਠੇ ਵਿਚਾਰੇ
loaded. Is he going to have time to get it there? Germany pausing. Take an
ਇਹ ਆ
opportunity
ਦੇਖ
to
ਲੈ
throw some
ਆਹ ਓਏ
grenades through the windows. They're going to find
ਕਰ ਲਿਆ
one.
ਨਾ
It's
ਮੈਨੂੰ
a
ਲੱਗਦਾ
knock in return as well from Finn.
ਕੱਟ ਲਿਆ
Shinboy trying to hide, trying to
ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਵਾਲੇ
keep
ਵਿਚਾਰੇ
DBS
ਧੱਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਮਰ
up and
ਜਾਂਦੇ
running. When Germany eventually crashes
ਇਹ
through
ਨਾਰਵੇ ਆ ਗਈ
Norway, they're in trouble.
ਕੋਰੀਆ ਤੇ ਨਾਰਵੇ
You don't do
ਪੜਨੇ
this. Not against Seoul. The flash, it looks good, but somehow no one can get inside. Spectro trying to toss a molly, but that is the end of Norway. It was
ਮਰ
a
ਗਏ ਨਾਰਵੇ ਵਾਲੇ
desperate call, and it has not worked
ਓਏ
out.
ਯੂਐਸਏ ਦਾ ਤੇ ਕੋਰੀਆ ਦਾ
USA
ਪੈ
getting
ਗਿਆ
in on the thick of things there as well, but put down a step by
ਕੋਰੀਆ
Seoul.
ਵਾਲੇ ਹਲੇ ਘੈਂਟ ਖੇਡਦੇ ਆ ਮਰਿਆ ਕੋਈ
Somehow
ਕੋਰੀਆ
Korea
ਨਹੀਂ
keep,
ਕੋਰੀਆ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਰਿਆ ਹਲੇ
all players alive.
ਇਹ ਯੂਐਸ ਵਾਲੇ ਕੱਲ ਲੈ ਗਏ ਨਾਰਵੇ ਦੇ ਬਾਹਰੋਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਆਸਟ੍ਰੇਲੀਆ ਵਾਲੇ ਗਏ ਲੈ
This has gotten worse for Germany.
ਬਾਹਰ ਹੀ ਗਏ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਜ਼ੋਨ ਦੇ
Catches Monty. Leftovers from a fight up on the hill.
ਆਸਟ੍ਰੇਲੀਆ ਦੋ ਰਹਿ
Taken
ਗਏ
down. However, good news for Australia. They've got 2 players who have managed to get ahead into the current circle. Are they going to be in the
ਜ਼ੋਨ
next
ਬਚ
one?
ਗਿਆ
Not quite.
ਕੋਰੀਆ ਬਾਹਰ ਹੋ ਗਈ
Just barely
ਆਸਟ੍ਰੇਲੀਆ ਵੀ
outside
ਨੇੜੇ
of it.
ਤੇੜੇ
We
ਆ
are centering up on
ਅਮਰੀਕਾ
this
ਨੂੰ ਵੀ
compound
ਅਮਰੀਕਾ
that
ਜ਼ੋਨ ਚ
Canada and Germany are deciding to
ਨਹੀਂ
share.
ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਵੀ
But I
ਨਹੀਂ
tell you what, there could be
ਜਰਮਨ
some
ਕੋਲੇ
fun
ਆ
finishes around there. A lot
ਯੂਕੇ
of
ਕੋਲੇ
terrain
ਵੀ
to
ਹੈਗਾ
work with, a
ਜ਼ੋਨ
lot of buildings.
Yeah, desperate times calling for
Vietnam
desperate
ਤਾਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਹੀ
measures.
ਹੈ।
Maybe we'll see.
ਥਾਈਲੈਂਡ
another
ਦੇਖੀ
team
ਕਿਵੇਂ ਖੇਡਦੀ ਆ ਇੱਕ
try to
ਵਾਰ
crash in
ਉਹ
onto
ਕਿੱਥੇ
that. It
ਛੱਡਿਆ
doesn't
ਹੋਇਆ
look
ਨੇ
like USA is
ਘੁੰਮ ਕੇ
interested
ਆਊਗਾ
in
ਤਾਂ
that. One's
ਮਾਰਾਂਗੇ
actually got the knock onto Ionics, and the USA are going to try and use that as an opportunity to push their way forward here, to put some pressure onto Korea.
ਕੋਰੀਆ ਨੂੰ
Blue
ਤਾਂ
zone
ਦੇ
nades getting tossed out will force them out of the
ਹੋ
shelter.
ਜਾ ਨੌਕ ਇੱਕ ਅੱਧਾ
Evan's going to fire a couple back on in the direction of USA to slow their push down. They have
ਪਿੱਛੇ ਰਹੇ
dropped a member and they're hiding behind those smokes trying to get the revive.
ਇਹ ਗੇਮ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜ਼ੋਨ ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਟੈਂਪਰੇਰੀ ਥੋੜੇ ਟਾਈਮ ਵਾਸਤੇ
Kind
ਡੈਮੇਜ
of
ਦੇਣ
mutually assured destruction for Korea and
PUBG
USA if they end up
PC ਵਾਲੀ
fighting.
ਮੋਬਾਈਲ ਵਾਲੀ ਚ ਨਹੀਂ
Both
ਆਈ
of them are outside of the zone at the moment.
Either of them
ਅਮਰੀਕਾ
has
ਦਾ ਡਿੱਗ ਪਿਆ ਇੱਕ
choice.
ਹਾਂ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਹੋ
It's going
ਗਿਆ
to be
ਕੋਰੀਆ ਦਾ
impossible
ਮਾਰਤਾ
to
ਹਾਂ
wrap
ਨਾ
into the skinny tree for us from this spot.
ਆ ਚੀਨ ਵਾਲੇ ਦੇਖ
China right at the stairs.
ਚੀਨ ਵਾਲੇ ਤਾਂ ਬੰਬ ਗਿਆ
Let's
ਜੇ ਟੋਏ ਚ ਡਿੱਗ ਪਿਆ ਇਹ ਬਚ ਗਿਆ
just comes
ਚੀਨ ਵਾਲੇ
up
ਫਸ ਗਏ
short, and now
ਇਹ
it's
ਆ ਫਿਰ ਬਚ ਗਿਆ
danger. That one's going to bounce back.
ਦੇਖ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਨੇੜੇ
The
ਤੇ ਨੇੜੇ ਚੱਲਦੇ
Molly
ਮਰ
hits
ਗਿਆ
the
ਮੈਨੂੰ
end of
ਲੱਗਦਾ
the stairs. Is it going all the way in? Is it
ਇਹ
catching
ਨਹੀਂ ਨਹੀਂ
these
ਬਚ ਗਿਆ
Chinese
ਬਚ ਗਿਆ
players?
ਬਚ
No.
ਗਿਆ ਇੱਕ ਨੇੜ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਗਿਆ
Just short.
ਮੌਕਾ ਚੱਲ
Smokes
ਪਿਆ
have
ਚੀਨ
to come through. They have to
ਹਲੇ
find
ਤਿੰਨੇ
a way
ਜਣੇ
out.
ਬੜੇ ਖੜਿਆ ਟੋਏ ਚ
Well, USA have decided they don't want to fight Korea. Instead, they're going to go for the rotate down south.
Thailand
That
ਨੇ ਲਾ
is
ਲਿਆ
exactly where Thailand are set up. Trimsy and Purdy in the same vehicle, but they're doing okay for the moment, following in the footsteps
ਹੋਰ ਲਾ
of
ਲਿਆ
Kingstar
ਵਾਹ
until
ਭੈੜੇ ਆ
Derek
ਥਾਈਲੈਂਡ ਵਾਲੇ
unleashes. That's the end of Purdy, no doubt about that
ਦੋ ਨੌਕ
one.
ਯੂਐਸਏ ਦੇ ਗਏ ਨੇੜ ਦਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਨੇੜ
Moment
ਗਿਆ
to
ਕਿੰਨੇ
breathe, but Lukey's
ਆ ਗਿਆ
got
ਆ
a
ਗਿਆ ਆ
raise in
ਗਿਆ
there. That
ਓਹ
one's
ਕਿਵੇਂ
good.
ਵੀ ਗਿਆ
Trimsy on low HP gets knocked. Kickstart at
गई
half.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया भी गई
Trying to see what he can do
अमेरिका
to
भी जाऊँ
salvage this round. The blue has arrived, but he's got the blue zone back, so he can survive for a little bit longer. Thailand's
गया
aware of
अमेरिका
it.
की
Takes him down. They
कोरिया फिर
are
बाजी
on
अमेरिका ने
fire
राह
today.
गल ते चुन लिया पहाड़ियां ते पता नहीं की पंगा लेना
Soul
ਸੀ
is as well. And he's also a bit of a
ਚੱਲ
number
ਉਹ
one
ਲੈ
to
ਕੇ थाईलैंड वाले
Thailand
ਤੀਜੇ
right
ਨੰਬਰ ਤੇ ਆ
here.
ਗਏ
Will
ਭਾਈ ਦੇ ਭਾਈ ਦੇ
Lyrics made over the top here
लगता है कि
into the
अमेरिका तो
smoke
मूरे निकल
shadow.
जाएंगे ये जित गया मैच भी ना
Damage
कल
on
करी
the
फिर
ruins
दे
when he's out in the zone there. That's going to be a real problem. He's
दूसरे
going
से
to have to
आया
sit and pop a
अच्छा
med kit. He hasn't had time.
ये तो
That
जित
nade
गए
has
तो
actually forced the
जब
knock
कोरिया
onto
तो नेट
Nuris
तेरे
in the
जाएंगे
blink of an eye. It's all gone wrong for Thailand.
हैं
China are surviving
आठ ने
by the skin of their teeth, but they're surviving.
10 ਜਿੱਤਣ ਦੇ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਣਗੇ
The confidence
ਜੇ
just
ਥੋੜੇ ਬਹੁਤੇ ਕਿੱਲ ਹੋਰ ਕਰ
taking
ਲਈਏ
so
ਕੋਰੀਆ
many
ਹੁਣੇ
fights
ਕਰਕੇ
so
ਫਿਰ
effectively.
ਟੌਪ ਤੇ ਚਲੇ ਜਾਣਗੇ
Finally bites them in the butt.
ਕੋਰੀਆ ਵੀ 2
Another
ਮੈਚ ਜਿੱਤ ਕੇ
knock.
ਟੌਪ ਤੇ ਹੋਈ
Oh,
ਸੀ
Jacob
ਲਾ ਲਿਆ
just
ਜੇਕਬ
gets destroyed by Ema. Salute
Korea
trying to
नहीं
make it
हार गया।
rain onto China, who's finally, for the first time in this event, found themselves some placement points. Just trying to scurry their way up the hill, but it's actually Shinboy with the Dragunov from afar. He's going to find a knock. Just Ming Ming left for the Chinese team. Salute's going to claim that point onto Godby. And
बचे
China
हैगा बचे
not much left to do in this game. There's just so much open ground they have to cover. Fluky continues to absolutely pop off. 4 kills, 10 total for Thailand.
I mean, that's not a bad game. Even if you go out in 7th here, put that next to the 19 kill win that they've just had, they're going to be very happy with the start of the day. Arangu has definitely been kind to Thailand. But who's going to win this game from here going forward? Korea have 3. They're also not inside of the zone. So while they're a
तीन कोले एक
threatening
बचे
team,
अभी
it's an uphill battle, definitely. Could well be either Canada or Germany sitting inside that compound. Vietnam have got 3 up as well. They've got Turkey headed in their direction. Taekwon farming so far. 2 knocks from him, and that's the end of Turkey. Honestly, it feels like the kind of circle where as soon as you get in a car, you are
वियतनाम
done
खड़े हैं
so.
ऊपर
That's a good timing here for Korea, though. They wait for Turkey. Been doing this
कौन?
all tournament. They let someone else make a move, and then
थाईलैंड
they'll
वाले
try
तीजे ते आ गए
something.
आगे
They're a little bit similar or different off the back of it.
मैंने पर अमेरिका ही है ਹੁਣ
Crash that
ਜੇ
same
ਨੇੜੇ ਦੇ ਵੀ
angle
ਚਲੇ
that
ਗਏ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਲੈ
Germany
ਲੈਣੇ ਨੇ
took.
ਦੂਜੇ ਦਾ ਆਰਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਆ
However,
ਜਾਣੇ ਆ
Ming Ming still here.
ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਥੋੜਾ
Ming
ਬੜਾ
Ming
ਫਰਕ ਆ
reveals his
ਕੋਰੀਆ
position
ਨਾਲ
with those
ਕੋਰੀਆ ਵਾਲੇ
shots.
ਜਿਉਂਦੇ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੇ
Now all eyes turn into his
ਉਹ ਜਿਉਂਦੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਹੀ
direction.
ਮੁੜ
He's
ਪੈਂਦਾ
just like, yeah, blue zone bag running out. Maybe
नहीं
I
लग
can
रही
deal through this. Maybe I can
नहीं।
find another positioning
लाल
point. He's got 2
बल्ले
first aid
इसके बाहर
kits.
जिਉਂਦੇ बाहर खेलने लग गए
Pop and see if he gets through, but I don't think it's going to matter. If there's any more first aids in there, does he have enough time to get another one
नहीं
off?
बजदा हुन नहीं बजदा
I don't think so.
दो
I think this one's cursed.
I mean, even if he were, where does he go from here? What does he do? It's just going to be survive as long
ਲੱਭੀ
as you
ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ
can
ਦੇਖੋ
and
ਨਾ
hope
ਧਿਆਨ
that
ਉੱਤੇ ਆ ਵੀ ਉੱਥੇ
maybe
ਬੰਦਾ
that
ਆਇਆ
last
ਪਤਾ
high player
ਕੱਲ
gets
ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਇਆ
found.
ਉੱਪਰ ਗਿਆ ਇਹਦਾ
I don't think he's popping his head back up. Slowly creeping his way towards the
ਹਾਂ
next
ਇਹਨੂੰ
death
ਭਾਲ ਦਿਆ
box. There may be
Upper-
some more meds in there.
This is
ये
the last
जोंदे पर
cycle
health
he can
वाला
do
ही
this
है ना?
in. He cannot do this again.
I don't know if he gets
ਕਿੰਨੀਆਂ
there.
ਹੈਲਥਾਂ ਬੱਚੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ
This is kinda hilarious,
ਨਹੀਂ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ
I'm rooting
ਕੋਰੀਆ
for
ਵਾਲੇ
him.
ਨੂੰ ਆਇਆ ਵੀ
You
ਸਾਨੂੰ ਚੱਲ
know what?
ਮਿਲ
At
ਜੇ
this point, yeah.
नहीं
he's got
बजदा।
We got 2 more. Okay. The real question is,
नहीं
can he
बजदा
get placement points?
Yes.
He can. That's huge.
ਲੱਗੀ ਅੱਛਾ ਬੰਦੇ ਮਰਿਆ ਤੇ ਬੋਡੀਆਂ ਚੱਕੀ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹਲਾ ਮਿੰਟ ਮਿੰਟ ਹੀ
For what it's worth.
ਕਿੰਨੀਆਂ
It's
ਲਾਸਟ
actually a
ਵਾਲੀ ਆ
great play.
ਬਸ ਲੱਗ
Never
ਗਈ
say never.
Yeah.
ਨਾ ਪੰਗਾ
Well
ਲੈ
done.
ਭਰਾਵਾ ਕਿਲ ਮਿਲ ਗਈ
He
Johnny
finds a
Goldman-
kill.
knock कर गया?
Okay.
Well, now he's done. It was a nice effort. Congratulations, Ming Ming. But your run ends here. And it gets a little
क्या
bit of a
जान
scattered
रही
applause. from
वियतनाम
the audience
जर्मनी
as well. They
कोरिया
appreciate
कोरिया
it
ਤਿੰਨ ਜਿਉਂਦੇ
just
ਹਲੇ
as much
ਕੈਨੇਡਾ
as
ਦੇ
we
ਤਿੰਨ
do.
ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਬਜਿਆ ਕਰਦਾ ਸੀ ਗੱਲ ਤਿੰਨ ਦੋ
Well, nobody is at full strength. Everybody's taken some casualties so
ਕੈਨੇਡਾ
far.
ਵੀ ਤਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ
3
ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ
for Korea, 3 for Canada, 3
That's
for
what I-
Vietnam, 2 for Germany. Just a,
ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਕੋਲੇ ਉਹ ਘਰ ਜਾ ਉਹੀ ਘਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਛੱਡਦੇ ਵੱਡੀ ਬਿਲਡਿੰਗ ਜੀ
especially for the teams on the outside of this compound looking in. You know, if you can get some help to force some of these teams a little bit out of their
ਜੋਨ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਜਾਊ
entrenched
ਜੋਨ ਫੇਰ
position,
ਉੱਥੇ ਚੱਲ
but shifts to the northwest.
ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਜਰਮਨੀ ਤੇ
Vietnam has
ਕੋਰੀਆ
to make a tough decision. One thing you can surprisingly do here is wrap. If you still have vehicles, you can drive all the way around and come in from the front. I've seen it done before.
Maybe.
And there's only 2 guns at Germany that you have to worry about on that eastern edge. So that's doable. You have an angle that you can attack from there, or you can wait for another team to try to make their entry in. But the thing is nobody else has to. Everybody else can just plant their feet at where they're at. They don't have to make any moves. So it's on Vietnam. The impetus is on them.
Looks like they might just try to run in, dump a bunch of
ਗੱਡੀਆਂ
smokes,
ਲਾਉਣਗੇ
You can do
ਉੱਥੇ
that too. You can run towards the water tower.
or drive in.
Yeah.
One way or the other. Korea's trying to get on the roof.
It's namaste
Well, there goes Vietnam. It's a 1-for-1 so far. Taikon got knocked, but Chris has actually been finished. Oh, Rex is pushed out. Germany eliminated. Himas is burning, has to pop that med kit. Oh dear. Oh, he's just gonna survive, but for how long? The push is coming in. The wrap is in. From Canada. Isaki might have spotted that one out. Potentially be giving up his life for it. Vietnam in the end getting eliminated in that clump. So now it's Korea up against Canada, and surely is there a way that Korea steals this game away from the position they were in? It did not feel possible, but this could be the third win on the board of the event so far for Korea.
Well, they just got such a good pulse for the game. They know when they need to accelerate. They know when they need to decelerate. I love that move by Vietnam. It's the right play. It's really the only play they have there. And they make the most of it, frankly. Get some extra kills. Great job here by Canada to capitalize on that. See if they can find their first win of the event. See if they can prevent this Korean powerhouse from really running away with this. 89 points already for your first place team. 3 members, Anonix, the only one not alive. Heaven, Salute, Soul, Bina, Shinboy, Sok for Canada. Doors are going to be closed. Battle lines have been drawn. Phase 8 awaits. And that is really all we're looking for. Himas has his 50th kill. He is so good at this game.
Solid stuff.
He is outrageous.
Patience a virtue now for both Korea and Canada. Here I've got a player on the roof to worry about. Tense times. As you can see, concentration in the audience is at an all-time high.
Praying for the circle.
But
it doesn't matter too much. It just centers up. And even though that it slightly favors Korea, this really just comes down to gunfights in my book. Who's going to take the right positionings at the right time? So Canada, curious how they want to roll about this. Are they going to do like a 2-1 split? Are they going to kind of let everyone sort of push together? Try to go for the 1-1-1. Heaven going to set up a little bit of a barricade out in the open. Yep, trying to cover that angle around the edge, around the fence line.
Yeah, get an off angle as well. I don't know that anyone's necessarily going to be expecting that. Maybe someone from Canada tries to push out into the field.
Exactly.
Get their own angle. Heaven's going to cover it. Nade over the top. Oh, Shinboy. Need to be careful. And I'll tell you what, Korea are going to know that that nade was hit just because of the noise that gets made.
Exactly. You can feel the crowd in your chest in moments like that. Like, even with the noise canceling headphones, there's still vibrations through the stage. And still a frag though, a couple mollies, a lot of smokes for Team Canada. So position advantage. However, Canada has a huge util advantage. Huge. That's going to give them the opportunities to cover their approaches. Their direction. Sok gets spotted, almost gets taken out. Korea really making the most of it. Soul finds Shinboy out around the edge.
Been looking for the trade. Yep. This nade has to hit. It's not going to. That's bad news for Korea. For Canada, I should say. Great news for Korea. Maybe Sok can find Soul if he tries to cross here. If he gets a little bit greedy. The shots just do not connect. Nor even onto Heaven. And then Finn comes running around the corner. The comms from Canada, just not it. So that'll leave Sok alone, and he is a fish in a barrel. And, well, Korea have an unorthodox way of fishing, but it works. And they get themselves a third win on the kind of an image. I've seen a little more of it, but it is what it is. For the rest of the teams, it's kind of about playing catch up at this point in time. And this is where it all